My name's Richard Garrettson, currently in Dayton, Ohio, New Lebanon, Ohio area. I own Hot Stuff LLC. All your firewood needs. We sell cordwood, bagged wood, smoking wood, gas station and campground bundles. I've been with Powersplit for about 5 years. I started splitting wood 5 years ago. My first year doing it, wasn't really doing this as a sole source of income. It was just a side gig from trees that I'd cut down. First year we sold 15 cords of wood. That was when I had my first Powersplit machine, the Buggy. She's been through a lot, but that machine's worth its weight in gold, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. That machine right there got me into the firewood business. If it wasn't for that, I'd have no interest in it. Since having that machine, I've had regular vertical splitters where you flip the thing upright, you just crouch down, sit on a bucket. Very slow, very unproductive, very hard on your body to use. That machine is so versatile. Before I was solely selling firewood, we would cut down trees in customers' backyards, and when they would tell me they were going to keep the wood and sell it, I would sell bringing my log splitter out and splitting their firewood for them and leaving it for them. And we'd fit that right through their chain link fence, split the wood, wouldn't have to haul anything away. And I was actually making more money selling customers their own firewood back to them than hauling it off to my spot, splitting it, reselling it later. Business got so good we decided to expand and got a Timberwolf. TW6, their flagship log splitter. Very big, very bulky, looks really cool, but not the performance I was looking for. I had that machine for 3 months and I sold it. Got quite a good money out of it from what I paid for it, and took that and reinvested it into something that was really going to give me some more production. Like I said, 5 years ago I sold 15 cords of wood. Last year we did 314. Just in a 5-year period I grew my business that large with mainly myself and 1, maybe 2 part-time employees. I wouldn't go with anything else, especially if you're getting wood from tree type services. You don't have the means of getting large 20-foot poles, or you don't have the equipment to move them. This is ideal for wood that's already cut. You're not going to find anything faster. The less you have to handle wood, the more productive you will be. And if you see, even with the giant pieces, the 30, 32-inch pieces, once you get them up on the table, that's it. You're not picking that up anymore. And if you get a machine that lifts itself up, you don't even have to pick it up. Just get the machine to the wood, not the wood to the machine. Big difference. And once it's split, you have a machine with an elevator, it's in the trailer and on its way to the customer's house. Another great benefit of the Powersplit line of splitters is versatility. Everybody seems to think they want the same size wood, but when you get into the business you find that to be very untrue. We sell wood to, like I said, not only campgrounds, gas stations in the bundle form, but also to restaurants and catering companies and smokehouses for their barbecues. Everybody's got a little bit different need for what they want their firewood. Your typical customer, homeowner, they just want a big, nice piece of wood. And the nice thing about having a machine that's fixed like this, you can move the wood around and you can split it how you want it. So if you get a customer that wants... When I got into the firewood business and I declared myself a business, nobody else around here had done that yet. So I became the professional. When you make yourself the professional, everybody else becomes amateur. And comparing that to log splitters, when you get the ability, when you get the opportunity to use one of these machines, you realize this is a professional machine. Everything else is obsolete. Each log, you got to reposition the center of that wedge. At the end of the day, it adds up. This here, you want to hit it and split it in the center of the wedge, you just move it to the center of the wedge. You want to split it in half, you split it in half. Absolute best thing that I like about this machine when splitting small wood is that when you're using the foot pedal and you bring the wedge all the way down to split a piece of wood, you don't have to let that cylinder go all the way back up into a full cycle to split a piece of wood. You can hold it there. So when we do smaller pieces of wood for our customers, like these chunks here, we sell a lot of chunks. More customers prefer the chunks over the 10-inch pieces of wood. This wood that I have over here, this is all red oak, and if you can see, this is very uniform pieces of wood. You would swear up and down this came off of some fancy high-tech processor, because I split it down to just about 2x4 pieces. You can't get wood much more uniform than this, and this is exactly what my customer needs. They told me what I wanted, and I made it happen on the Powersplit, and I sell this wood to a lot of people that otherwise, you know, they would get a load of who knows what. If you're getting into the wood business, by far, best bang for your buck, by far the most high productive, safe operating machine. I wouldn't go any other way. I have lots of customers come out to my wood lot just to check me out, just to see how I'm doing this, what my magic recipe is for producing so much firewood. When they find out it's just me or it's just one other guy that I have helping here, they want to see my $100,000 wood processor, and then they see this and they want to know where they have it, where to get it from. They want to know how they can obtain it. And locally, honestly, I don't tell them. I own my firewood market in this business, in this area. Nobody competes with me with these machines. Everybody's got slower, smaller machines. They'll make a $10,000 investment in a Timberwolf machine, and they don't touch me. Even with 2 or 3 guys, to me, as a one guy, they don't touch me. And I don't tell them where, because I don't want to have to compete against another one of these machines in my market. Compared to the Timberwolf, and I'm talking about Timberwolf's flagship model, their TW6 with a hydraulic lift, a 6-way wedge with the wedge that moves up and down and centers itself into the log. I can by far do at least double the production with this, at least double, for a few reasons. One, cycle time. With the Timberwolf model, you have to move a lever or a valve to engage the cylinder into the log, and then once it's done, you've got to pull that lever back. This does that on its own. I push down, it splits the log, and I can reposition myself, and it's coming up. And a lot of times, if it's just one person, this machine's waiting on me to work so that it can work. To run this machine fully, you would almost need a guy to pick the logs up and put them here as fast as you can split them. You can't do that with the Timberwolf. And a nice thing about this upright table is you get a big log, even a 30-inch piece of a log, and you split it. Instead of having a piece fall down and a piece fall down, that's right here. You have to maneuver it a little bit, and you're not always going to do 30-inch pieces of logs, but when it's on the table, you're done. You pick it up once and it's there. And the other nice thing is with it being a foot pedal activated splitter, your hands are free to move logs over, to get them out of the way. When I got into the firewood business and I declared myself a business, nobody else around here had done that yet. So I became the professional. When you make yourself the professional, everybody else becomes amateur. And comparing that to log splitters, when you get the ability, when you get the opportunity to use one of these machines, you realize this is a professional machine. Everything else is obsolete. Anybody wanting to get into the firewood business and increase your productivity, this is the machine to get. Don't do it around me. I don't want to compete against another one of these machines in the area, but this is the one you need to get.